I'm going to show you how to make this crochet cluster stitch. I used an H hook, medium worsted yarn, and if this is too fast for you, you can place this video in slow motion. There is a link on how to do that down below. Okay, so you're going to need this for an even amount of chains, and the amount of chains that you have across is the width of your pattern. You can do this for scarves. Also, you can do this type of stitch for blankets, and I'm going to just show you with just a small amount of chains just to show you a sample. Okay, so let's get started. To get started, you're going to slip knot onto your hook. I'm using an H hook. You can go with a bigger hook or a smaller hook. And I'm just going to do a yarn over and pull through until I have 12. You need an even amount of chains for this type of stitch. So continue on until you have the amount that you would like. Okay, so go into the second chain from the hook and work a single crochet. Insert your hook, grab the yarn, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then single crochet in the next chain, and then chain 1. So when you start, you'll have your 2 single crochet, and then chain 1, skip a chain, and then single crochet, and then chain 1 again, skip, and work a single crochet. And just repeat that until you get down to your last 3 chains. So skip, single crochet. Now you're down to your last 3. You're going to chain 1, skip, go into the next chain, and then no more chain 1s. You're just going to end with a single crochet so they match. So you have your 2 and then your 2, then you have your chain 1s in between your single crochets. Okay, so for the next row, you're going to chain 4 and then turn. And you had your 1 single crochet, your next single crochet, then you did your chain 1. So in this space here, because of your chain 1, you'll work your cluster stitch, which is going to be 4 double crochet together. So yarn over, insert right into this space here, grab the yarn, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, leave 2 loops on the hook. So that's 1. You'll do it 3 more times. Grab the yarn, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, 3. So grab the yarn, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, leave the remaining loops on the hook, and then 1 more time, grab the yarn, pull through 2 loops. Then you have 5 loops on the hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through all loops on the hook. You have your cluster stitch, then chain 1, and then you have your stitch here, and then in the next stitch is the chain 1. You're going to go right into that chain 1 space, which is in this hole here, and work your 4 double crochet together cluster. It's repeated the same exact way. So you have the 2 loops you pull through, and then leave the loops on the hook. So yarn over, pull through 2 loops. You have the 5 loops on the hook. You're going to yarn over, pull through all the loops on the hook, and chain 1. It's going to look like this. And there's the 1 stitch, the single crochet, the chain 1, go right into that space there and just repeat. Then chain 1, and then when you end, you have your 2 stitches here and here. You're going to end with a double crochet in that last stitch. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. It's going to look like this. Now the next row, you're going to chain 1, and you're going to single crochet in that first stitch, then single crochet in this stitch here, the space, and so you'll have the 2 single crochet, and then chain 1, and then in between the space of the 2 cluster stitches, you'll work your single crochet, then chain 1, and then work your single crochet in between the clusters, and then chain 1, and then in between the clusters, and then chain 1, and then work your single crochet, and then work another single crochet in that last stitch. It's going to look like this. And then chain 4. This is all repeat. This is all repeat, so you have your cluster stitch row and then your single crochet and chain 1 row. So now you're repeating the cluster stitch row, and you're going to alternate between the 2. So chain 4 and turn, and you're going to go into the chain 1 space here and work your cluster stitch. So yarn over and just repeat. And then pull through all loops on the hook and chain 1, and then go to your next chain space here and go right in there and work your cluster stitch, and you'll just repeat that until you get to the end. And repeat that all the way through. Cluster stitch in the chain 1, cluster stitch in the chain 1 until you get to the end. So after you do your cluster stitch, then you'll go back and do your single crochet, chain 1 stitch, and you'll alternate between the 2. So I really hope you enjoyed this crochet cluster stitch tutorial. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and thank you for watching.